How's a truck driver deal with broken glasses while over the road and on a Sunday? Plus some idiots and ass wagons on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, so here's a good one for you. You're a truck driver. You're in Brazil, Indiana, and you busted your glasses. Yeah. Busted both sides off. You know, yeah, cause, see, I'm too used to having my dash shelf on my other truck where I put things. I kind of try to put them up here, well, then they fall off. I went to try to go get them, and I stepped on them. Busted the one side off. Picked it up. Rusty was doing something. They dropped again, and I tried to pick them up again, and I busted the other side off. So, yeah, so here's the sides. Yeah, so now, here I am in Brazil, Indiana on a Sunday. What do? Kind of got to have these to see to drive. I can technically see to drive. It's just everything's a little blurry and kind of wacky distancey looking. So, do I drive with, well, I act like I've got a monocle and drive with one hand like this? Or I try to find some way to jimmy rig them on, which is probably what I'm going to have to try to do. I did find there's a Lens Crafters in Terre Haute. And I know I'm probably saying that wrong. H-A-U-T-T-E is Terre Haute. Just down the road, but I gotta get there. So, this will be interesting. Alright, so this is a good look. Got them taped just enough to maybe stay on my face while I try to drive down the road. Okay, so here we are bouncing down the frickin' awful Indiana roads. You can see my jimmy rigged Scotch tape thing, and I have the headset on to try to hold that to my head so they don't fall off while I'm making my way here to apparently there's a mall in Terre Haute, one of the few probably alive, thriving malls left in the country. Most malls are kind of gone away. So we're heading to the Lens Crafters. We're in a work zone. Rusty's driving me crazy. Indiana roads suck so bad. I don't know. Indiana calls themselves the crossroads of America. Yeah, I guess, you know, yeah, you are the crossroads of America, but they should just be called the worst roads of America. What do you think? God, the roads are terrible in Indiana. And they had repaired this whole section, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago, and of course it's just, then whenever they patch it, the patches are even worse than if they hadn't patched it. Indiana's just got some of the worst roads in the country. It's ridiculous. So, alright, we're heading up to the mall, and hopefully we can get something done. I don't even know if they're going to be able to repair these. Okay, so we're at the exit. The mall is apparently over this way. I don't think I've ever taken this. Well, no, I've been on this highway, Highway 41 here in Indiana, but...
Quarter mile. Arrive at 3401 US 41 on the right.
Thank you, Garmin. Alright, so it should be a big mall, so in theory, can get the truck in there somehow. And then go wander inside and try to find the Lens Crafters and say, "Help me! I need help!" I tell you, you know, I always carried a spare backup. My older glasses, I always carry to get them in the other truck. And when I transferred everything into this truck, I only transferred exactly all that had to be transferred until I could build more storage and so forth. So, of course, you know, that's when you break your glasses, when you don't have any kind of a backup pair.
100 feet. Arrive at 3401 US 41 on the right.
Well, is this the mall? It looks like the mall. Okay. Yeah, I just got to find some place to park it and then figure out where in the heck to enter. There's a main entrance up there. Should be interesting. Well, typical of most malls, looks like there's some things still here. TGI Fridays, there's an entrance. That looks like that might have been like maybe a Sears or something, and it's nothing now. And then there's an Ulta and other things down there, and then another big empty building. So I figure if I head in that entrance, maybe I'll find the Lens Crafters. What do you think? I'm looking at the map. Apparently Lens Crafters is here, but nothing on the map shows me where in the hell I am. Would that be too hard to just say you are here? Okay, well, I'm fixed, but was it Lynn's Crafters? No. No, it wasn't. They said, well, we can't do that, sir, because of this and that, and the sun, the moon, the stars, blah, 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 blah. She said, well, you can try Vision Works down the road. All right, this is the place. Vision Works. See the difference? Yeah, and they're the ones that saved my butt. So I rolled down here. Luckily, it's in a kind of a strip mall, so I was able to get the truck nearby it. And I walked in and I just said, help, help. And luckily, Chandler, the guy inside, I had to ask him, were your parents fans of Friends? And he said, yes, they were. So Chandler helped me out, and real good guy, took care of me, got me something. And what he was able to do is, he said, well, look, you know, I bet you I might be able to find a plastic frame that we can just snap your lenses into if I can find one close enough to it. So he kept trying, and different ones. Finally found this one, and it's almost a perfect fit. I mean, look at that. See? Took my lenses from the other ones, was able to snap that in there. Got them, and these were on the cheaper frame rack. And he gave me a coupon for 60% off. So Chandler really came through and saved my bacon, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I mean, you know, what do you do when your glasses break? You're away from home, and it's a Sunday. And you're a truck driver like me. Well, you're kind of screwed. But Chandler at Vision Works, Chandler, thank you so much. Saved my butt, so now I can see to drive. And I mean, it almost looks like the lenses were made for these things. I mean, it's almost perfect. So they're plastic. He said, well, do you care about the plastic or the color? I'm like, no, I just need to be able to see. What do you think? So Chandler, thank you, did me a solid. And yeah, it only cost me $29 and some change, something like that. I mean, that, I was ready to pay hundreds just to get fixed. But yeah, $29.94. Chandler, man, thank you so much. Told him about the channel. I said, look, I'm going to be talking you up big time there, guy, because you saved my butt. Oh. All right, well, at least we got all the whole glasses situation all figured out. And so, yeah, over the past few days, this past week, picked up a few idiots and ass wagons to show you. Actually, looking back, yeah, they all happened within the last 2 days. Okay, so first up, got as I'm coming across the bridge there to get into Cincinnati, Ohio from Kentucky. Then only the 2 lanes go to I-75, and people always screw this up. All right, here we are whipping across I-71, 75 on the lower deck, and that lower deck's northbound. Look, now there's a car, that red car has to slam on their brakes because the silver car decides, oh, I need to be in that lane. And then look, Schneider all of a sudden decides they need to be in that lane too. God, what a jerk. Then a little further up the road, everything, you know, is all of a sudden coming to a halt in the right lanes. Well, we see why. It's a crash. Oh, it's a broken down car in the right lane. No, it's a crash. Then today in Illinois on I-70, 2 incidents. One, I'm driving along and all of a sudden I see there's a truck in the left lane going the opposite direction on the eastbound side. Looks like he stopped and there's a Jeep kind of rammed up next to him. At first glance, a little hard to tell what's going on, but that truck stopped, the cars stopped, and what's happening? And now the clutch trucker zoom and slow-mo. Then it appears the truck was probably changing into the left lane, didn't look, and rammed the Jeep off the road. And within an hour after that, all of a sudden we're coming to a big stop on I-70. Garmin saying, oh, we got like a 35-minute delay, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, what's going on? Is it just construction? No, idiot's not paying attention. All right, look carefully past the police car to the right. There's a little white car down there way off the road. And we find out why afterwards. Look past the emergency vehicle there. And the back of that RV is all smashed up. Probably the RV was slowing down, the car didn't stop in time, and smash. Zoom in slow-mo time. All right, see the car down there? Yeah, look at it. Well, there you go. We get past the, looks like an ambulance there with their lights flashing. And look at the back of that RV. Hello! Kind of smashed up. What do you think? Okay, so here it is, Sunday night. The 2nd of June. We're already into June. I deliver a load tomorrow that I picked up in Cincinnati on Saturday. Because, well, let me back up. Because last week, of course, the last video you saw, I was in Douglas, Wyoming. I'm away to pick up the lignite. Did that on Tuesday morning. Had to make it all the way to Rothschild, Wisconsin by Wednesday afternoon. All right, did that. But then I've just been running my arse off. So then I found another load picked up the next day, Thursday, in Green Bay. So I parked near that. Had to clean out the trailer. Got a shower that morning. Went and picked up my load there. And that went down to Waverly. It was a load of cashews and nuts and stuff. Waverly, Ohio, to Rural King is what it was. And they screwed me over. Yeah, I had a 1 o'clock appointment, and apparently the manager that day decided it's a Friday. Hey, we're going to do meetings today because I'd like to leave and get out of here early for the weekend. So he made the early shift, receiving shift, stop early and had meetings, and then made the second shift have meetings. So they said when I checked in, and they said, oh, well, you got to come back at 3:30 for the next shift. I check in again at 3:30. They said, oh, no, we're still having meetings. It'll be like at 4 or 4:10. Check in again like 4:05. They finally get me into a door, but at this point, I wasn't going to be able to pick up my next load in Erlanger, Kentucky, going to the Atlanta, Georgia area. So I had to give that load back thanks to this receiver just deciding on a whim, we're just going to have meetings now because we want to, even though we have all these trucks scheduled to come in because we're too more important than the truck drivers. So I had to scramble and find another load for Saturday, and I did have one that I found picked up Saturday in Cincinnati. It's a load of beer. Actually, I've got Angry Orchard. If you ever had that before, it's not bad. Tastes like apple juice or apple cider. Going to Columbia, Missouri. For tomorrow morning, Monday, I have a window from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., which is good since I had to waste so much time today trying to get the glasses done. What do you think? So, anyway, yeah, I was able to recover that. Oh, and then also, after I pulled my trailer back out of the door from that receiver on Friday, noticed my inside rear axle trailer tire on the passenger side completely flat. The sidewall had blown out on it. I had to limp it back to the TA in Walton, Kentucky. And if you follow my channel for a long time, you know I had these awful ground speed tires. I replaced the front axle on the trailer a few months back in South Dakota with Kumho tires. They've been doing good so far, but I still had 3 of these really bad ground speeds, and that was one of them that blew out on me. So I knew I had to replace them, so I had to go get 4 new trailer tires on the rear axle, and I did that Friday night in Walton, Kentucky, the brand new built TA in Walton, Kentucky, which they rebuilt, nice building and everything, but they made the parking lot twice as small. So like I say, picked up on Saturday, that's where you saw those 2 wrecks. Now I'm here in Kingdom City, Missouri. Like I say, it's Sunday night as we're delivering tomorrow. Don't have another load booked for tomorrow yet. We'll work on that tomorrow morning. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's been almost a week since I did a video, but this was a good chance to do one with the whole glasses situation, and then got to show some idiots and ass wagons I've caught over the last week. Alright, as always, please subscribe, please like and comment. Get your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter, X, Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok, and as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Obvious. So is that your nose, or did somebody park a bus on your face? Meteorological. Look out, that thing's going to blow. Fashionable. You know, you might be able to de-emphasize your nose if you wore something larger, like, say, Wyoming. All right, you're very excited. Is there something you want? Is there something you want? Yeah, okay, I think so. I think it's a begging strip. Yeah? Begging strip? All right. All right, here you go, silly dog. Oh, yes, all over it. Like white on rice, like hair on a gorilla. All over the begging strip. Loving it, loving it. Oh yes, happy dog. Oh, you already done with that first one? Okay. Got another little piece for you. Oh, happy dog. Let's get the dog enjoying view. Oh yes. Alright, happy dog look. Rusty!